Hi guys, it's Patricia, and today I'm bringing to you upcoming Scentsy's Scent of the Month for September 2020. Now, I'm going to do this in two parts. I'm actually going to do my first reaction. I'll talk about my family rating, and then I'll pause the video and then merge in my after warming thoughts because I have to change a few warmers out today for my wax, and so I thought, well, I can kind of creep in with a mini warm review. But let's just show you the flyer for this month coming. It has two warmers, which is really nice. We have a mini warmer and a full-size warmer. The mini warmer is pictured on a tabletop base, which you have to buy separately. It's a plug-in that plugs into the wall, and this looks like it's also featured on a warmer base. So obviously the mini is 15 watts and the full-size is actually a 25 watt. So you could change up the bulb colors with either of those warmers, and they will be at 10% off for the month of September. If they're still available after September, they go to regular price. I will put the prices down in the description box below. Let's talk about the scent of the month. Now, the kits have changed. We actually have a huge brick. We have 3 bars, and we have a tester, the room spray, and the corresponding flyers and stickers. But what I did was I gave my family each a bar to smell and get them to give me their thoughts on it. Some of them are kind of strange thoughts, but I have not smelled this, so I thought I'd wait and give you my first reaction. It's called Ghostly Greetings, and it's got the most beautiful fuchsia and almost like a maroon colored wax. So the scent description for Ghostly Greetings, it says, spooky black plum, spiced berry, and a dash of bourbon are brewed in a cauldron and ready to beckon you in. So obviously they're gearing up towards Halloween. So let's just go over the top, mid, and base notes. So the top notes says Davana, clove, and pink pepper. I think I looked up Davana. It's like a herbaceous plant. It's got little yellow flowers. It's native to southern India, and it's kind of in the daisy family. So anyway, mid notes are amber woods, berry, and plum. And base notes, which is kind of what takes the longest to wear off from the scent, are sandalwood, cream, cedar, patchouli, and sheer musk. So lots of base notes on this. I anticipate this to be a long-lasting scent. So let's give it a smell. Maybe I should smell the brick. Okay, so it's almost like a plum, earthy. You can definitely smell patchouli in there. And I think there's cedar. Is there cedar? Yes, I can smell cedar. And I can smell like a plummy fruit. Ooh, I don't like the bottom at all. Oh. It smells like very, on the bottom I think I'm getting the amber or something. It's about a medium intensity. How do I describe this? It's almost like you took like a plum and a spice berry, put them together, but then you threw on a top of a bunch of woodsy and earthy notes that kind of overshadowed the plum and the spice berries. And I feel like you can almost get a little bit of a floral. Yeah, this is very earthy, very deep. If you like earthy, masculine, fruity scents with a little bit of musk, I think you're going to like this. I definitely get musk as well as I'm smelling it. Okay, let's see what my family says. For me, I'm going to say it's in between a like and a don't like. I don't hate it. I don't think I like it. I don't love it for sure. It smells a little bit like dusty, like your house would be needing a cleaning. It's got this weird tone to it. Anyway, I'm going to put it in between like and don't like because I'm not sure about this. All right, so I would give it, so my family rating, basically I have 4 family members that kind of chime in. Myself, my husband, my daughter, and my youngest child. My middle child's special needs, so he doesn't participate. If they love it, it gets 2 points. If they like it, it gets a point. And if you don't like it, it gets 0. And in between would be half points. So let's see. My youngest loved it. He said it smells a little bit like grape granita. He says it smells really nice, really good. He likes a lot of things. So that would be 2 points for him. My husband likes it, so 1 point, no comments. So we're up to 3. My daughter likes it, which is surprising because she's picky. So we're up to 4. And she says it kind of smells like my toothpaste. It doesn't smell minty at all. No, not really minty, but her toothpaste does smell a little different, so maybe that's why she's saying it almost smells like, you know how when you have chemicals in with a flavor, it smells a little different, so maybe that's what she's picking up on. And I would say just a half a point for me. So the family rating is 4.5 out of 8. So yes, what I'm going to do is pause the video, load up my warmers, and I will merge in a new video on the end of this one, and I will let you know how the performance is on this one. Hi guys, I'm back. Just like in the magic of cooking, time has elapsed, and here it is the next morning. So basically with Ghostly Greetings, I took some of my brick and I made samples, and I put some throughout areas of my home. So in my bonus room, I put about 2 cubes of a standard bar, which is roughly half of a brick cube, in my 40 watt Edison bulb warmer. Strength and throw was probably about 8 out of 10, but it really died down after about 3 hours or 4 hours. You had to be very close to the warmer to smell it. And in my daughter's room, I took another portion of this brick cube and I put that in her beacon warmer, which is a 25 watt bulb warmer, and that's a really good warmer. I would say strength and throw was between 7 and 7.5, but it took a while to kind of build, and it seems to be sustained better in her room. Now in the garage, I have a mini glass warmer, the Perfect Pearl. I just kind of put it in there as a trial, and I took 1/3 of a brick cube, which is roughly a little bit more than 1 cube. And strength and throw there was very poor. I would say about 4 out of 10. Now that's a very warm room, and glass mini warmers tend not to get as warm as other warmers. And lastly, in my open concept layout, I have 3 25 watt bulb warmers. I took the equivalent of a full brick cube, which is roughly 4 cubes, not quite, and I divided it amongst 3 warmers. Strength and throw there was about 7 out of 10. And again, that area it did seem to kind of die down after a while. So my overall thoughts on the scent, I have written down a tiny little, I have written down it's spicy, as in like cardamom, clove, peppery spicy. It's earthy from the patchouli. It's musky for sure. And it kind of reminds me of like a red wine type Cabernet or something like that right out of the wooden barrel. So if that sounds like it's something that you would like, then you want to definitely pick up Ghostly Greetings and just fiddle around in your home and see which areas it works well. To me, this would be a great medium zone space, something like a rec room, a man cave, an office would be really nice. And it's kind of funny. The scent notes say something about bourbon. I don't really get bourbon, but maybe bourbon is kind of like a spicy, rich, deep scent, so maybe that's where they're going with it. But they also hint at the fact that it's like a witch's brew. And so I imagine a big giant cauldron. And like I sometimes joke about putting scents, bakery scents from my pantry, from the witch's brew, I think the scents I would add up and put in there to kind of come up with a brew of Ghostly Greetings, I would start with something like a country plum, which is kind of like an earthy plum scent. I would throw in some spiced berries. I would add in a little bit of Saddle Up. The musk in this reminds me a lot of the musk in Saddle Up. And then at the end, I would put a little bit of Amber Hollow, just a little. And I'd mix all those together, and maybe something like Ghostly Greetings would come up. Obviously, it doesn't smell like any of those individual, but I think if you put some of those together, you would get something like this, because there's a lot going on in here. Do I like it? It's not for me. When I cut up my brick cube, I couldn't get the smell off my hands fast enough. I just didn't really like the smell. There's just a lot going on with this one. What I can always tell myself is if I don't want to warm it in my bedroom, the scent is not for me, and this I definitely don't want to warm in my bedroom, but perhaps you will really like it. My family liked it better than me. So there you go. There's my review. I hope this helps you guys in some way. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this scent, and as always, I can't wait to talk to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.